Guys, I'm on my way to work and I'm thinking about all these new events in the Middle East, and I think I have to... some things come to my mind as I think about this. And if, because Israel, this is clearly out of control, because Israel can bomb massively Gaza whenever they want, but now one thing is clear: this is not restricted to the Gaza perimeter. There are troops on the loose. I mean, I've seen images after that, even by air. They launched attacks by sea, by air, by land. I mean, this is something out of a movie, right? I mean, you see this in paraglides going into the Israeli territory. We've seen also Israeli repulsing attacks by fast boats by sea, killing the combatants on these boats. But the Israeli territory has been invaded, de facto invaded. So, yeah. And so Israel has to mobilize, troops have to go on the ground, they have to find these militants, they'll have to fight them. I have a hunch that these militants are prepared for this. I just read that the Iranian parliament supported Hamas deeds. I haven't been able to confirm it yet. Please, if you can do. But if it's so, this Iranian backs these fighters, and for example, like I said before, if Hezbollah gets into action and more forces play into action, the United States can be forced, like they said they are willing to help, to go in and help Israel with aid packages. And my question to you is, what about Ukraine, or Project Ukraine, as the Duran likes to call it? What about that? Sorry, I closed the window so there's less noise. Sorry about that. So what about Project Ukraine? I mean, I can see that the West is pretty stretched in Ukraine by now because it is an industrial scale war. I don't know the extent of the NATO reserves. I really don't know. But I know that in Ukraine they are fighting a war they were not expecting to fight in that magnitude, because they were hoping for a Russian quick economical defeat and crumbling. And so, and now this. So the resources, the NATO resources, risk being divided, and there are regional players, antagonists of the US and NATO in this scenario that can play an important role. Just do not forget that, for example, in the Yemen struggle, how this backed up faction, backed up by Saudi Arabia and the US, they had very hard time fighting the Houthis. I mean, they didn't even have uniforms or anything. They were like wearing this. They're not shoes. I don't know what the name in English. I mean, almost barefoot fighters, and they were destroying even the navy of Saudi Arabia was being destroyed by these guys. Of course, they were backed up by Iran. Iran has developed a lot of experience, and Iran knows that Israel, it's a threat to it. I think it's mutual feeling. So yeah, this is the question that I raise. If the US is called to I mean, if Israel will be in need of US's assistance, what about Ukraine? Or do you think it will be enough to cover both fronts? Let me know in the comments, please. Thank you very much.